You messaged earlier that you're in. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go. I would not. It's a constant habit of mine. I would not go into a new topic without being sure that you understand the previous topic. So, with respect to Abimbola and MM, let's try as much as let's try as much as possible to be in environments where we can talk and be fully in class, right? So, yeah, what did we talk about last class? What do you remember? What comes to you? And for those of you that are just joining, please note that this is CSME, Corporate Strategic Management and Ethics, right? And please note that the first answer that comes to your mind is usually the correct answer. You don't have to overly filter. You don't have to overly filter. Just say what comes to your mind. That way, I can confirm if what you know is correct and help you to unlearn and relearn if you need to. All right, so let's try as much as possible to be vocal, be present, be outspoken enough to, and be open enough, be vulnerable enough to make mistakes, be vulnerable enough to open up, and let's know what's happening in your head. That way, we can either correct or encourage. Okay, so I'll start with Taylor Harry. Taylor, tell me, what do you remember from our last class? Tell me. What do you remember from our last class?
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, Taylor.
Just because you said I should be open to mistakes, so let me just make mistakes and get corrected.
What was giving you the assurance that you make it? Come on. You're a scholar.
Okay,
You're a scholar,
I
Taylor.
know last week I wasn't there full time because I had to go for that. But what I could remember last week was just more of an introductory thing, wanting us to know what CSME really is, ethics generally, what it's all about,
Okay.
and how how it's something that is to be done, that we feel it is right. And this guy, that's what I just remember. I can't really remember because I left in between the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Thank you. Please don't leave within the class today. Try to stay till the end. Thank you. What about you, Wilhelm? Please unmute and tell me what you learned, what you remember from last class. Welcome back, William. Welcome back, Osana. And like I said before, you guys, I think your network tapped you all out. Please be vulnerable enough to make mistakes. Be vulnerable enough to open up. No judgments, and there's no wrong answer. All your answers are correct. It just might not be on point, but then all your answers are correct. So let's go. Wilhelm, please unmute yourself and tell me what you remember from our last class. William, you were in the last class, right? Because I think we had a William in the last class. So tell me what you remember from the last class. You're having a challenge with your device. Oh, okay. Um, Ozana, please unmute. Don't worry, Ozana. I don't think you were in the last class, but just like everybody did last class, you have to introduce yourself. So, Ozana, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great, Ozana. Good morning, Ozana. Tell me your name, where you're joining from, and if this is your first attempt at CSME and ICANN, what your ICANN journey is like. So yeah, the floor is yours, Ozana. Go.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Udo Hosanna Johnny, joining this class from Cross River State. I'm a new student.
Okay. Oh, okay, great. You're a new student, so this is your first attempt at ICANN. How many papers do you intend to write this time? Or you've not made up your mind?
Three
Three
papers.
papers. Oh, nice. CSME and what?
PM and taxation.
Nice. CSME, PM, taxation. All right, I wish you all the best. And the beauty of CSME is you don't have to cram, you just have to understand. You just have to listen, as a matter of fact, because these are things that you do on a daily basis. All right, so thank you so much for unmuting, Ozana. Hosanna, please
Thank
note
you.
you'd have to use your comment section a lot. You'd have to unmute a lot today. Please be open to doing all of those things. Thank you, and please let your mind be here. This goes to everybody. Let your mind be here, and let's get this done. All right, thank you. You would have notes. You would have notes that covers what we discussed last class and all of that. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me individually or on the in class. Hosanna, please unmute still. Guys, please, you have to mute rather till I tell you to unmute to avoid interference and all of that. So we talked about the theory of we started the theory of ethics where we were told that, okay, let me just scroll up so you can have an overview of what the entire gist is about. All right, so we started with the theory of, can you see, is my screen better now? Is it more legible now? So we talked about the theory, great. So we talked about ethics as the entire gist of morality, acting in a morally justified way, where we find out about the difference between right or wrong, and we're also looking into the approaches into ethics and the behavior of ethics, where we talked about descriptive, normative, and meta ethics. And I told you that descriptive ethics is research into what happens in into a person's attitude and the beliefs of what is right or wrong. Normative ethics takes a stand and tells you that this is what is right, this is what is wrong, and why. And meta ethics is more analytic. It considers why is this thing right and why is this thing wrong. And I gave you an example. I gave you an example last class, and I told you that descriptive for a Muslim, descriptive ethics is Muslims pray 5 times daily. Normative ethics is Muslims should pray 5 times daily. Meta ethics is why do Muslims pray 5 times daily? So, like I said, descriptive is research into people's belief of what's right and wrong. Normative ethics is establishing right and wrong, and meta ethics is an analytic inquiry into why what is right and why what is wrong is wrong. And I told you that we have personal ethics, we have business ethics, we have professional ethics, and personal ethics are the things that guide you from day to day, and it can be influenced by your family, your friends, experiences, culture, and religion. I hope you guys remember this. So if you have questions, please signify, raise your hand, type in the chat, and I'll get to it immediately. So I told you that personal ethics is what is not enforced. It is what comes to you naturally, the same way you would just wake up and decide to do something. The same way you would we made an example of you receiving a credit alert that you did not expect, an outrageous credit alert. Personal ethics is what makes you go to the bank to report it and all of that. Then we talked about business ethics, and we said that business ethics is the personal ethics of business. And that's pretty much about the principles and values that guide how people and the institutes and the institutions behave in the world of business. That companies have to set ethical standards for themselves. And also when you come into a company as an employee, they give you employee handbook that covers the code of conduct as an employee and the company's ethical stance on a lot of things. And we talked about professional ethics too, as the principles and values that govern your behavior as a member of a professional. And I made reference to the ICANN Code of Professional Conduct, ICANN Code of Ethics, and it includes integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, professional competence, and due care. And please note, I said something, and I'm going to remind you again, that in a situation where your personal ethics, your business ethics, and professional ethics have varying stance. Varying stance is saying that they don't, in a situation where they don't agree, what did I say you go with? What ethics did I say you go with in a situation where, I'll take it again, in a situation where personal ethics, business ethics, and professional ethics don't agree, thank you, Abimbola. You go with your professional ethics because that is what guides you as a professional accountant, as a member of the body, this prestigious body called ICANN. And I told you that we have moral dilemmas where we considered moral philosophy, we considered morality and ethics, we considered ethics and the law, where we looked at actions that are ethical but not legal, actions that are legal but not ethical, and vice versa. We considered all of these things, and that brings us to what we have today. Okay, so that brings us to what we have today, and the topic for today is we're still on ethical theories, though. So yeah, I also want to apologize for you guys not getting the recording for last class. Please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. If you can't, I can switch to a microphone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please, I need at least 4 responses. Just type loud and clear. Okay. All right, great, thank you. I need one more. I have Abimbola, William, and Taylor. I need one more. All right, thank you, MM. Great. So now we have all 5. Good. So I've given you the, oh no, sorry about that. I've given you the refresher course on what we talked about last week. So today we're moving into another branch of the ethical theories, and that is consequential and non-consequential theory of ethics. Now there's a mistake here. I'm supposed to write 3, but I wrote consequential and non-consequential. Now, because these 2 theories are the most, what's it called? The most relevant, so to say, out of lack of a better word, with respect to your syllabus, they are the most relevant, consequential and non-consequential. However, there's another theory. It's called situational ethics. So please note, I want to remind you, note what I told you last class. The first answer that comes to mind is usually, more often than not, the correct answer. So please, when I ask questions, just type and let's get ready because we're typing now. First theory is consequential theories of ethics. So tell me, what's the root word? When you hear the word consequential theories, what's the root word that comes to mind, everybody? Please type. What's the root word that comes to mind when you hear consequential theories of ethics? What's the root word that comes to mind? Consequence is good. Thank you. Any other one? Outcome. Result. Good. So let's get into it. I said consequential theories of ethics is also known as what? Teleological. Now, please note, for exam purposes, it is possible that they don't tell you to, they would not, believe me, ICANN will never tell you to define consequential theories of ethics. But what can happen is ICANN can tell you can give you a scenario and tell you to analyze it based using the consequential theories of ethics, or they can give you a scenario and ask you what theory it belongs to. However, and also ask you to provide your view on quite a lot of other things, and we would address them as we go on. But please know, ICANN will not tell you to define consequential theory. That's way below your pay grade, right? So it is here just so that you would understand the concept and the theory of consequential ethics. So I said that it is known as teleological theories or result-based theories. And what does this theory say? It says that nothing is inherently right or wrong. Nothing is inherently right or wrong. But whatever you do at any given time, the right action is the action that has the best consequence. The right action is the action that has what? The best consequence. Now, I'll take 10 seconds to let that sink in. I'll take 10 seconds to let. Please, can you still see my screen? Because my the cord got can you see can you still see my screen, please? Okay, good. Thank you. So I'll pause for effect to let that sink in for a bit. All right, can we go on now? Good. So I'll ask you a question straight up. Let me give you a question straight up. This is it. Is it good? Is it right to lie? That's the question. Is it okay to lie? Just type yes or no. Is it okay to lie? No. Okay, Abimbola said no. Oh, I think the word, is it ethical to lie? No. Ozana says no. All right. What about you, Taylor, William, and MM? Is it okay to lie? Taylor. Okay, good. Now let me ask you, when was the last time you lied? William say yes, and all these political people. When was the last time you lied? It depends, Bashiri, MM. It depends. Depender. Please remember that I told you that you should be open enough, you should be vulnerable enough to be open. Whatever you say in this class will not be used against you in the court of law. Abimbola, almost I trust you, Abimbola. Professional. All right, tell me, guys. When was the last time you lied? Just, I'm not even going to ask about this scenario, yeah? Just tell me, when was the last time you lied? Come on, guys. Let's. I need you to respond on time because we still have a long way to go. Give or take, we have 2 more hours. So let's go. Harry, Taylor, Harry, William, Ozana, MM. When was the last time you lied, guys? Are you guys here? Come on, are you guys here? Ozana. Oh, Ozana, when was the last time you lied? I think I need to start calling names. You're trying to remember. Oh, nice. You can't remember if you lied to anyone throughout 2020. Hey, DJ YK Mule. Okay, but then think about it. You said you can't remember. So Ozana, are you telling me that you have not lied in 2024? Is that what you guys are telling me? That you've not lied in 2024? You hate lies. Right on. Now let me ask you a question. Would you lie to save a life? Would you lie to save a life? Good. Now let's paint this scenario. I'm going to give you a situation. I'm going to give you a theory. Now, do you remember how we do jungle justice here in Nigeria, right? You remember how jungle justice, Taylor, believe me, man, there are situations where you need to lie to save a life. All right, but let's go. There are situations where jungle justice happens, right? Now, let's paint this little scenario. Let me. I know that Abimbola and MM cannot unmute, but William, have you fixed your gadget now? Can you unmute now? I just want to be sure. So I want Ozana, Taylor, and William to unmute. because I'd need you guys to talk in real time. Hosanna, Taylor, and William, please unmute. I'd need you to talk in real time. All right, William. Either ways, I need you to talk real time. So now let me give you this scenario. Taylor and Hosanna, please just give me first answer that comes to mind once I ask. You're outside your house. Let's say like a 2-bedroom, right? You're outside. You're probably doing something, and somebody just ran and begged you that please, they're about to kill me. They're about to kill me. Please hide me. Please hide me. And because you're a good person, you hid the person, right? You let the person come in. You hid the person. You close the door, but you stay outside just so that people don't come in and if anybody asks you questions, you'd answer. Please note, this is what happened. Let's believe that for that period, you are a nice person, right? And person said you want to kill you let the person in on the basis that they want to kill that person, right? And 2 people walked past you and said, Hosanna, Taylor, please. Oh, let's even say both of you are married, male and female. Simple. Mr. and Mrs. Hosanna Taylor Harry. Did you see somebody come through this way? Or are you hiding anyone? We're looking for somebody. What's your answer? Please note, I don't need further explanation. What's your answer? Is it yes or no? First off.
Yes.
Hosanna, you say yes, you saw somebody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And you tell them that the person is in your house?
Yes, sir.
Funny enough, this has happened to me before.
Hosanna, you're a bad person.
No, sir, I'm not a bad person. At least let them pause. Then we ask what happened. Let's settle the issue there.
Okay, good.
This scenario has actually happened to me, real lifetime.
Okay.
Yes, and it was a copper. It was a copper, I think, during the elections, and they wanted to lynch him. So he ran. He was looking for where to go to. So I had to quickly let him into my room, to my in-laws' room. I put him there and I locked him up. People came and I said, yes, he's here. Told them that he's with me here. And they said, I said, I'm not bringing him out. Because he was, they wanted him to perhaps rig the election on their behalf. I said, no, I'm not going to bring him out, though he's here with me until military men came and I let him out. Till date, anyway, not till date, but after then, the guy saw me and was like, telling this Hausa brethren that I was one that saved his life. I have to let them know that he's here, okay, but that they will not be able to hurt him.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Please hold on. All right, please note, we're still talking about consequential theories of ethics. Now, in that situation, right, let me ask you a question. Both of you, when you're raising your kids, what would you tell your kids? Will you let strangers, what would you tell your kids? Do you tell them, let strangers into the house, or don't let strangers into the house?
At that point, the guy needed help.
No, not that situation. Like on a good day, what do you teach kids? What do you teach people?
On a good day, you don't teach kids to let strangers in. They don't know them.
Exactly. No strangers are allowed into the house. But now you allow the stranger. Are you getting the entire concept of consequential theories?
Okay, they will not say that. They may now later ask that Daddy asked us not to allow strangers in, but you allowed a stranger in.
Exactly. Now, no, that's not the consequence. This is the consequence. Nothing is inherently right or
wrong.
The decision to let that person in is based on the expected output, the consequence. What's the consequence of you not letting the person in? They would harm the person. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
That is the concept of consequential theories of ethics. Nothing is absolutely right. Nothing is absolutely wrong.
Okay.
But as an individual, what do? You go if you look at if you can still see your screen, if you look at the last sentence, the consequential theory of ethics, you see that I said that this means that when faced with a moral dilemma, As an individual, you should choose what? The action that provides the best possible consequence. Do we get it? The action that provides the best possible consequence. In this case, the best possible consequence is what? You are able to save that person's life. However, originally, what you preach is that letting strangers into your house is what? Wrong. I'll give you an example of consequentialist theory of the consequential theory of ethics in healthcare. You guys are familiar now. You can mute yourself now. Please, I need everybody to use the comments this time. You guys are familiar with the concept. You guys are familiar with the concept. What's it called? Mercy killing, mercy death in healthcare, right? Good. All right, please, guys, please, I need at least 4 responses. You're familiar with the term or the concept of mercy killing. Now, I'm taking my time to explain this because once you can understand this concept, you understand the entire theories of ethics. Is it just William that we have here? Do you understand the term mercy killing or mercy death? If you don't, write no so that I'll be able to explain it. If you do, then we can go on. No, okay, good. I need 2 more responses. No, okay. Okay, yeah. Since we don't since not a lot of people understand the term mercy death, let me give you another example. So let me ask you, consequentialist theory of ethics. You are on the board of directors of an hospital. Please note, you are on the board of directors of an hospital, of a hospital rather, and you have access to funds. Let's say 10 million naira, right? And like just a trust fund or something just gave you guys that 10 million naira to do as you see fit. Do as you see fit in this case is to treat people that cannot afford treatment. Now, this is the situation on ground. You have one person that has a rare condition. One person has a rare condition, and that 10 million naira will save that person's life. Or you have 5 people with critical the first person has a rare critical condition, and 10 million naira will save the person's life. And you have 5 people with not rare but critical conditions. 2 million each will save each person's life. That means that you either have to choose between using that 10 million to save that one person that has a rare condition's life, or use that 10 million to save 5 people's life. Guys, type in the comments. You're on the board. Whose life? What are you doing? Are you saving one person, or are you saving the rare condition, or you're saving the 5 people? Use the comments, please. Are you saving the rare condition, or you're saving 5 people? Please, no, don't forget what I told you. The first answer that comes to mind is usually the correct answer. And there is no Bola does not know now. Why are you turning a simple issue to an ethical dilemma? But then this is a moral dilemma, as a matter of fact. But guys, please, I need everybody to respond. What would you do? One person with a rare condition, or 5 people with critical conditions? William wants to say 5 people, okay? I need 2 more. What would you do? Ozana, what would you do? Say 5 people. Nice. One last person. Are you here? I've not heard from you in a bit. Are you saving 5 people, or you're saving 1 person with a critical condition? Okay, while gets to give us our own answer, right? I want to point this out. You are saving 5 people based on what you know, right? And that is the least, that's because it saves more lives than saving just 1 person. And guys, guess what? That takes us to the next, to the theory under consequentialist theory of ethics. It is called utilitarianism. Now note, I said it's called what? Utilitarianism. Please note this. You remember when you were in secondary school economics? Welcome back, Taylor Harry. Secondary school economics, where they taught you the concept of utility. And it says that utility is the total satisfaction, or the maximum satisfaction a consumer can derive from consuming a particular product. And that is just what it is here under ethics. You are choosing to save 5 people because it saves the most number of people. Now, if you look at the definition, it says that it is the view that the morally correct decision in any situation produces the best possible outcomes for people. Now, look at the example that I gave you. Based on the example I gave you, as a member of the board, right, you can put the company first and say that, okay, instead of treating 5 people, let's treat this 1 person that has a rare condition. Because if you can treat that rare condition, it boosts company image. It makes you what's it called? It makes you a standout. It makes you a standout hospital where people know that, okay, you can come to this hospital and treat rare conditions like this. And the 5 people that require 2 million each to be treated, they can go find their money anywhere, because if the trust fund did not exist in the first place, they would have searched for the money. Do you get my point? You can do that as a member of the board, but utilitarianism is saying that the decision that is correct is the decision that is profitable for the highest number of people. And look at it, it said the aim should be to maximize well-being or utility for people. And that takes us to the next one, ethical egoism. Now note, ethical egoism is the counter opinion that I just gave. Utilitarianism is saying the maximum number of people. What is ethical egoism saying? From the word egoism, ego, you, what you feel personally. Like, ethical egoism is saying that your decision is about what you want in your own best interest. Are we clear on that? Utilitarianism is saying that you should act in the best interest of everybody, of the maximum number of people. But ethical egoism is saying that you should consider your own best interest. So in this case, as a company, as a hospital, that you have 10 million naira grant to treat, to use according to your discretion, but it has to be used to treat patients. You would want to treat the rare condition because that will boost the hospital's image. It makes you think about it. Think about it. What if you were okay? Let me give you this example. What if your hospital, the first person that had COVID, what if the person was directed to your hospital and you had that 10 million naira to cure the person's COVID right there and then? Utilitarianism is saying don't cure that person's COVID, cure the 5 people that have whatever condition that is. Maybe the 5 people want to do what's it called? Maybe let's say I don't know what condition costs 5 million, but let's say the 5 people have let's say fibroid. You want to do a fibroid surgery for 5 people. Remember, I said critical. The fibroid surgery is critical, but it is not rare. Fibroid surgery happens maybe not all the time, but then it is a common condition. But think about it. You have 5 patients with fibroid that you can save, or you have 1 person with COVID that you can save. Saving the COVID guy costs 10 million. Saving the 5 fibroid people costs 10 million. Utilitarianism is saying save 5 people. Ethical egoism is saying save that 1 person, because when you save that 1 person, for every person that has COVID going forward, they would want to come to your hospital to get cured, and that boosts company image. It increases your revenue, because then obviously if you have 10 people, think about it. If you have 10 people who come in for COVID treatment, that's 100 million. But if you have 50 people, but to get your 100 million, you need to do 50 surgeries, 50 fibroid surgeries. Guys, do you understand my example? You understand my example? Say yes, I understand. Please type yes, I understand in the chat. Don't forget what I told you last class. When you don't understand something, type I don't understand immediately. I will not get to the end. You not tell me you don't understand. Where do you not understand from? From the beginning. I will punch your nose. All right. Thank you, William. William understands perfectly. I'll hash that once again. Good. I'll hash that once again. Yeah. I don't think is in this class. What about you, Zana? Do you understand? Abimbola, do you understand? I'll rehash that once again. You have 10 million naira, a grant that you are to use to your discretion, but it must be used to treat patients. You would, okay, great, you're here, great. And do you understand so far? Do you understand what we've been saying so far? The utilitarianism is saying use that 10 million to save 5 people. But ethical egoism is saying that do what is in your company's best interest. And your company's best interest is to save that rare condition so that it will open the doors to, okay, I should reiterate, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's saying you should use that 10 million to save the rare condition so that it will open doors for other people that have rare condition, the same rare condition to come in, because that makes you a market leader. Do you get my point? That makes you a market leader. For the sake of I would reiterate, and we said consequential theories of ethics is saying that nothing is inherently right or wrong, but you should go for a decision that has the best possible consequence for the highest number of people. The best possible consequence. Utilitarianism is saying go for the one that has the best possible consequence for the highest number of people, because the goal of utilitarianism is maximizing well-being. But ethical egoism is saying that go for what profits you, the best decision for you. Do you get my point? The best decision for you. I'll give you another example between the normal man and woman dynamic. The normal, okay, let's do a quick class check. Everybody, are you here? If you are here, say, I am here. If you are here, say, I am here. Abimbola, are you here? Are you here? Uzana, are you here? Taylor Harry, are you here? William, are you here? Good. Abimbola is here. Good. Uzana is here. Good. I need 2 more people. 2 more. Taylor Harry, are you here? Awesome. Are you here? I was reiterating because of you. I have Abimbola, I have Uzana, I have William, I have Taylor Harry. Awesome. Is here. So let me give you a simple man and woman, normal boy-girl dynamic as an example. My 2 guinea pigs, Taylor Harry and Uzana, please unmute. I have some questions that I need to ask you, and I need you to answer straight up, not based on what you believe, You're answering. William Adeyinka, are you okay to unmute now? Just asking so that I'll include you in the next example or question I want to ask. All right. So this is the question. This is the question. Please note, I don't want you to respond based on what you feel right now. I want you to respond based on this class, utilitarianism and ethical egoism. And I'm using the boy-girl dynamics now. Obviously, we agree that, okay, let me ask you, both of you, Ozana and Taylor, who should have more money? The guy or the girl? They are not married yet. They are your boyfriend and girlfriend. Who should have more money? The guy or the girl? The guy. Ozana, what about you?
Anybody can have more money.
Get away. All these feminist people. All these feminist people, gender equality and all that. Now, what? Now, yes, anybody can have money, but in the traditional setting, it's expected that as a man, you're supposed to have way more money, right? Now, let's put it here. Let's get it like this, yeah? This man is a senator or is person makes mad money. Let's just put it at that. The person makes mad money. And you as a lady, you know that this person can take care of your situation. He can raise your status. He can fund your lifestyle. Not just funding your lifestyle, your family as well. Your family as well. He can take you guys out of poverty, right? Or guys, or even as a guy, let's even go with the more politically correct. Let's indulge the feminists, right? Let's indulge the feminists. Or as a guy, this girl that you are dating, she's really wealthy. She can fund your lifestyle. You guys go on vacations and stuff, and she loves you, right? Yes, she loves you, and she can fund your lifestyle. She can send your siblings to the United States. She can build a house for your family and all of that. And it also goes the same way for the guy too. You're a girl, the person you're with can fund your lifestyle, can take care of your family, can do all of that. Now, the issue here is that you don't love that person. The guy, you don't love the girl, or the girl, you don't love the guy. I mean, you don't love that rich person, but the person has enough to take care of you, your family, and everything. William, please unmute. Abimbola just dropped. Please unmute William, but unmute with one gadget. All right, great. Now, this is, as I was saying, yeah, but you don't love the person. According to utilitarianism, should you marry that person? This person can take care of you, can take care of your family and all of that. And the person loves you, but you don't love the person. Now, note, according to utilitarianism, should you marry the person?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Why?
You just said according to utilitarianism, for the fact that he can take care of all the bills. I think if I, as a lady, if a man is being able to take care of your needs, gradually you can start loving the person.
Women, gradually.
No, for the fact that you said I never loved him, but if he can take care of my food, my bills very well, and the love can come in gradually. So,
Ozana, I think you and Abimbola, both of you have the same mindset. I know Abimbola like that. The funding of lifestyle, women and lifestyle funding. God, I beg. All right. So, William, what about you? You're dating a babe. The babe can take care of you and your family, but you don't love her. According to utilitarianism. Oh, William dropped. Now, wow, the two phones. Taylor Harry, according to utilitarianism, should you marry that babe, but you don't love her? but she can take care of the lifestyle. Let's see if you understand utilitarianism. Tell me.
That's for me, but morally, that's morally correct. That's morally correct for me.
That's morally correct for you.
Yes.
And even if you don't love her, that's morally correct.
That's why I say I won't marry her, because it's not about her wealth, it's not about her money, it's about love for me, and that's
okay
that's
for you. Morally,
yes.
no, but according to utilitarianism, right? Yes. Now, but let's come to ethical egoism. In your own best interest, should you marry the babe?
My best interest. What is the best interest?
Yes, and that is ethical egoism. On your own best interest. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand the difference between utilitarianism and ethical egoism. In your best interest.
My best
you know,
interest,
best interest now. Nobody can determine best interest for you.
Yeah,
guys, please note
exactly.
this. Nobody determines your own best interest. You know your own best interest. That is why your best interest would vary from every other person's best interest. So tell me, Taylor, according to your best interest, would you marry that person?
Interest, I will not still marry her.
You would not marry her, right? But according to utilitarianism, you will marry her. Abimbola Hussaini, to your own best interest, would you marry that guy that has mad money, that can fund your lifestyle? And you, you heard, I'm sure you heard analysis, right? Would you go for, who is calling me by this time of the day now? Well, all right, I'm waiting for your response. And Abimbola, please give me a second, guys.
Okay, is it according to ethical egoism or personal?
Yeah, according to ethical egoism.
Oh, okay. I would not.
Oh, so you believe in love? Now, wow. It is not lifestyle funding that you want, it's love.
I want love and money, not only money.
Hello.
Love and money. Yes, hello, William.
Yeah. Hey, when there's no money in love, hey, when there's no money, love flies through the window. Yes, and with time,
is it
when the
accountants that are saying these things? Accountants. Oh my God!
When there's no money in a relationship, the love will fade. Yes, so it's the fact. There are many broken marriages that are majorly caused by lack of money.
Lack of funds.
How will you express your love?
Funds.
Yes,
say funds.
When there's no money.
Yes.
All right, good. Thank you. So I want to believe now that we all understand the concept of utilitarianism and ethical egoism as a subdivision of consequential ethics. Please note, these two are subdivisions of consequential ethics. All right, so let me explain this to you now. I want to let you understand consequential ethics and the profit motive. Now, companies use this theory. Okay, says she won't marry for money because if money goes, what happens? I hope I'm not sure if understands the difference between the utilitarianism and ethical egoism, but I'll just operate under that assumption and let you ask if you don't understand. Now, companies use this, they use consequential ethics to justify the profit motive of business. Because if you think about it, the result, okay, everybody please write, why do you start a business in the first place? Please write in the comments right now, like in 30 seconds. I need all the responses now. Why do you start a business in the first place? What is the motive of starting a business? Everybody, please write in the comments. Write in the comments. Just one word or 2 words, anyone. To make more money, okay? Profit making, okay? Profit, good. Now, the real goal of business, of starting a business, is maximizing profit, not just making profit, but maximizing profit. Hosanna said to sustain. Well done. Now, the goal is maximizing profit in actual sense, yeah? Yes, you can make profit, but it's not just about profit. It is maximizing your wealth or maximizing your profit. Now, that is the expected outcome. Please note, that is the expected outcome. So consequential ethics supports the profit motive. Because don't forget that consequential ethics is a result-based ethics. And since you have identified or you have determined your results in the first place, you use consequential ethics to back whatever rubbish you decide to do as a company. Now, let me give you an instance. A company that wants to, okay, look at this. If you look at these 3 that I listed here. A company that wants to cut costs, that wants to downsize. So first off, you want to cut costs, and when people want to start shouting and doing all of that, you justify that basis, you justify that decision using the consequential theory of ethics. That it is the consequence that you're thinking about. You feel that if you can cut costs, you don't want too many people, you don't want redundancy and all of that. You use it to justify cost cutting, use it to justify downsizing, use it to justify doing business in dubious companies that have dubious political system. Why do you think? I'm not saying these countries that I'm about to say, I'm not saying they have dubious political system, but why do you think? Why do you think that people have money in Swiss bank accounts? It's because those companies, those countries have a more flexible tax system. Do you understand? That's why things like this happen. And we have criticisms for this theory. And the first criticism is that most times it is difficult to predict in advance the consequence of your decision. Now, let me give you an instance. God forbid, guys. God forbid it. God forbid it. Because they want to lynch somebody, they want to enact jungle justice on somebody, and you want to save the person's life, you allowed the person enter your house. No, because you want to save the person's life, you allowed the person enter your house. You have a kid in the house. You did not know that they were chasing the person because the person raped somebody's child. You have a kid in the house, and the person that you allowed in raped the child that you have in the house. You cannot overly decide the consequence. Do you understand? Yes, you know what you are trying to achieve, but you cannot absolutely decide, you cannot absolutely predict in advance what the consequence of that action will be. Do we get my point? That's one. And 2, people use this theory to justify their self-interest. You can steal and use it to Abimbola is like joined with a new gadget, right? I just want to be sure that it's the same person. Abimbola, this is a new gadget. Okay, good. Now people use it to justify acting in self-interest, and that is ethical reason. Now, guys, I want to ask a question before I move to the next theory, and the next theory is non-consequential. Now, everybody, please hold your phones and get ready to type. The theory that says that the right decision is the decision that favors. Excuse me. Now, the theory that says that the right decision is the decision that favors the highest number of people. What theory is that? What theory of consequential ethics is that? I'll take it again. There is a theory in consequential ethics that says that the right decision, the correct decision, is the decision that favors the highest number of people. Now, wow. Wait a minute. I've been Bola now. Utilitarianism, exactly. Thank you. I've been Bola now. I know it's a typo, don't mind me. All right. So Abimbola and Ozana. Abimbola and Ozana, please don't type anymore. Don't type anymore. I'll ask the next question. What theory of consequential ethics, guys? Please type. What concept of consequential ethics says that you should act in your own best interest? What theory says act in your own best interest? Shea William, ethical egoism. You know, from the word ego self, from the word ego self, you know that it's about me. It's a me mentality. All right, so I'm operating with the belief that we all understand. Can we move on? I need 3 people to tell me move on. Can we move on? Just type move on. Or we move. Anyone, whatever comes to your mind. Move on, we move. Anyone, I need 3. Move on. Okay, that's Susanna. Most especially, I need your input on this one. I need you to tell me if we can move on or not. But I'm heavily invested in understanding these theories of ethics. All right, awesome. Thank you, All right, we're moving on to non-consequential theory of ethics. Automatically, I know you know that this simply means that non-consequential theory of ethics is the direct opposite of the consequential theory of ethics. Now, non-consequential theory is based on this view that says that what is right and what is wrong is wrong, and it has nothing to do with the consequence. What is right, and what is wrong. Forget consequences. The right decision is the right. Actions are inherently good or bad, regardless of their what? Of their consequence. Actions are inherently good or bad, regardless of the consequence. So when consequential theory of ethics is saying it is okay to lie as long as you are saving somebody's life or as long as you are achieving the desired results. Non-consequential theory of ethics is saying don't lie, even if you are saving your friend. Don't lie. You know, you people that used to do, they will call you now. You are still tying towel. You have not even entered the bedroom. Can't you see me? I'm the one wearing black gown. Ladies can do that thing. When you ask a lady out on a date, like guys, please note, when you ask a lady out on a date, just have it in mind. Book 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes for lateness. Because somebody told me, yes now, ladies, you know these things. Somebody told me that ladies do these things because they are feeling like he can say he's not even going against self. Or, see, there's another thing that really, really pisses me off about ladies, and that's one of the things that make them late. It's not even about the makeup. Like, you know your makeup will take 30 minutes on a good day, so you can factor that into your time. But yesterday, you knew you were going out. And you made up your mind yesterday that you are wearing this color, this gown, this thing. But then, because you just woke up and something from your father's side or something from your mother's side enter your head, and you just open your wardrobe and you are like, I'm not feeling this dress again. Like, I don't know. It doesn't bring out the color of my eyes. What's my business with the color of your eyes, for God's sake? Well, that's just by the way. That's just by the way. What's my business with the color of your eyes? But I wear clothes and come out. Don't lie. That is what the non-consequential theory of ethics is saying. Forget lies. Just do what is right because it is right, and don't do what is wrong because it is wrong. It's as simple as that. There's no exception to this view. And one person that really, really supports this view is a German philosopher, Immanuel Kant. Now, Immanuel Kant is not the Immanuel you think. This Immanuel does not start with an E, it starts with an I. Immanuel Kant is one of the fathers of all these management theories and all of that. Right? So he went ahead to say that it is wrong to lie, even if the lie will save your friend from death. Says don't what? Don't lie. Now, you see, Immanuel Kant this thing that Immanuel Kant is saying, you know all those people that used to have really, really scary looking dogs in their house, and they'll be telling you, don't run, don't run. He wants to play with you. Who wants to play with you? That's the type of person that Immanuel Kant is, and that's the thing with this school of thought. Don't lie, because lying is bad. Say the truth always, even if it will send your father to jail. Say the truth, and that's the deal. That's the entire concept of the non-consequential school of thought. And these are the approaches to it. 1, always do the right thing. 2, do the right thing because it is right, regardless of the consequences. And 3, don't do the wrong thing because the wrong thing is always wrong. Now get this. I'll use this simple, I'll give you 2 examples, right? I'll give you 2 examples, but I'll use this first. I'll use this example first. Consequential school of thought is telling you that you can do hookup if you are going to use the money to pay for your mother's cancer treatment. Do we get that? Consequential school of thought is saying you can do hookup if that money will be used to save your mother's life, or will be used to pay for cancer treatment or things like that. Non-consequential school of thought is saying don't do hookup. Anyone that wants to die should die. Do we understand that concept? Please type if you understand that concept. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't lie. Don't do wrong. Look at the approach there. It says that 1, always do the right thing. 2, do the right thing because it's right. 3, don't do the wrong thing. And it is as simple as that. Now, the ethics of duties. Now, these are, you see, the way, what's it called? The way consequential school of thought has various theories and ethics under it. That's the same way non-consequential does. And the first one that we're referring to, that we're looking at, sorry, hold on. My mouse battery is low. Let me see if I have space. Oh, snap. My spare battery is finished. I need to get another one. Okay, so we're here. Ethics of duties. Now, one aspect of this approach to ethics is that everybody has fundamental duties to uphold, and you should not breach any of these duties. You should. Now, listen. Consequential school of thought. Another word for consequential school of thought is teleological school of thought, which is result-based. But non-consequential, another word for non-consequential school of thought is deontological. Deontological school of thought. Now, it is from a Greek word, from the Greek word dion, and dion means duty. Do you understand? And that is the entire concept of this school of thought, duty. That you are obligated to always uphold your duty. And this view is very important for a professional accountant. So as an accountant, let me ask you, what theory of ethics are you supposed to act on Consequential or non-consequential? Guys, please type in the comments. As an accountant, as a professional, what theory of ethics are you supposed to base your life on? Consequential or non-consequential? I'm listening, guys. Please use the comments. Thank you, Taylor Harry. Non-consequential. Always uphold. No matter what, always uphold. Now, the next theory is the ethics of right and justice. Now, this approach is pretty much about the fact that the rights of an individual in any situation should be protected and upheld. Now, let me use this as an example. Do you know that no matter your obligation to your company, if your company is into child trafficking, drug trafficking, labor abuse, child labor, all those things, you are obligated by law to report, to do whistleblowing. Do you know that? And that's because of this ethical theory. You have ethics of rights and justice. You must protect the rights of individuals. You must always protect people's rights and make sure that the law is always respected, even though the people that did the law do not respect the law. But that's a topic for another day. It is always right to comply with the law, and it is always wrong to break the law. Are we clear on that, please? Oh my gosh. It's always right to comply with the law, and it's always wrong to break the law. Good. So let's look at the criticisms of this theories. One, it can be difficult to accept that a decision is morally right if it has undesirable consequences. Think about it. Think about it. You need investors, right? Please note, how many of you currently work as accountants? If you currently work as an accountant, okay, you know what? Everybody, please write your role. Write your role. What you do in your company right now. Your position in your company. If it's accountant, write accountant. If it is chef, write chef. If it is pastor, write pastor. Please write your position in your company right now. Write it in the chat so that I can come up with example. Hey, thank God, Mina joined eventually. Welcome, Mina. You have missed a lot.
Yes, sir.
Hosanna,
Good
assistant
morning.
accountant. Okay. Yeah, good morning, Mina. You're late. Why are you late, Mina?
Beyond my control, sir. Sorry.
The what?
Said something beyond my control.
Oh, beyond your control.
Yes.
Well, I understand. Yesterday is Friday, so obviously beyond control. Yesterday is Friday. But yeah, I'm a huge subscriber for the fact that enjoy your life. Like you have just one life. You only live once. So enjoy your life. But then let's try as much as possible, guys, to always be early to class. Because we've talked about quite a lot of things, Mina, that you've missed out on.
I hope I'll get the video.
Huh?
I hope I'll get the video.
Yeah, you should get the video. I don't understand why you guys were unable to get a video last class, because I'll talk to the management on it, because I could see the video, but okay. I don't know how it was. But yeah, we'll talk about that. So great. So Hosanna is an assistant accountant. MM is the head accounts payable. William is an accountant. Great. Now get this. Let me give you a very, very practical example. Everybody, I need you to listen and I need you to write in the comments. You know that you are about to have a potential investor. An investor wants to invest in your business, right? But the person needs your audited FS as at 31st December 2023. As at 31st December 2023, you have a major payables. Let's say MTN is owing you $12.6 million. And what is on the contract with MTN is that they will pay on the 10th of January. Are we clear on that? MTN will pay on the 10th of January, right? And if that 12.6 million is not captured in your books, it will not show you as a company that is, you know now, as a Nigerian company, if 12.6 million dollars is not in your books, you know it will have, you agree with me that it will have a major effect, yes or no? Please type in the comment, guys. It will have a major effect, yes or no, if 12.6 million dollars is not in your books as a Nigerian company, right? Guys, please type in the comments. Good. Now, and you know that somebody wants to, somebody needs your FS to determine whether to invest in your business or not. Let me ask you, it is just 10 days late, 10 days into the next year. Now, let me ask, would you, okay, let's even say it is not even in the contract. The contract says that they should pay on the 31st of December. But the money did not come in. You just got an email from them that some inflow that they were expecting didn't come through, that they will send it in on or before the 10th of January 2024. Let me ask you, you know, and you have it on good authority, like to land on or before 10th of January. Will you include the 12.6 as received in your books or not, to be able to boost your cash line and motivate that investor to invest in your business? Tell me something, guys, as the accountant of the company. Now, please note that there is a word for this thing that I just told you. There's a word for it, and the word is called, okay, I'm not even going to tell you what the word is. So tell me, would you include it in your, no, I'm not telling you. I'll tell you the word for it, but I need you to answer this question first. When I tell you the word for it, you say, you know if it's right or wrong. You will include it, Ozana. You will include it as received, or you will include it as a payable. Not that if it is a payable, it shows that you have a lot of debtors. Yes, it's good to have a lot of debtors, but you know, when you have a lot of debtors, it also increases your possibility of having bad debts, right? So the question is, would you include it as payable or you include it as received? If you include it as received, it means that your cash in hand. You know, guys, that's why a lot of companies, you see that a lot of companies have money, but they don't have it at hand. You know that if you record it that if you include it that you've received the 12.6, it means that your cash in hand or cash at bank is massive and you guys have a good cash standing. So now this is the question I'll ask you again. Are you including it in received or you're including it as a payable? Because obviously it would be in your books as payable. You include as received. Why? So now this is the question, MM. Have you received it? Sorry, I said include it as payable, include it as receivables rather. Have you received it? That's the question. Have you received this thing? This is what we call creative accounting. When you are being creative, you ask for the name, and that's the name. Creative accounting. When it is a lie, but then it's not like a it's not a full-fledged lie. Guys, do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know that including it would boost your, you know that including it would, what's the word? It will boost your image to the person that is about to invest in your business. However, you also know that if you include it, that is not the actual truth. When you include, and yes, what you know that, and you agree with me that when you include it as receivable, shows that it gives you increases the possibility of having bad debts. Because bad debts is usually, because it's a provision, it's usually a percentage of your receivables. Now, I gave you this example. Why? Because I was using it to explain this. That it is difficult to accept a decision because non-consequential theory of ethics says it is included as a receivable. You have not received it. You still want to receive it, right? But as an investor, I'll be like, these people that have receivable that is close to $15 million. If the company policy is 10% is bad debt, it means that they have $1.5 million and bad debt. These people have debts also. But if you take $12.6 million out of a 15 million receivable, do you get me? It boosts your cash position. And to me as an investor, I'm like, okay, yeah, it means that these people are doing well and they have a good hold on credit policy and all of that. And that boosts my decision. But look at that. Look at the screen, everybody. Look at this. It brings you back to the ethics of rights and justice, that it is already giving what's it called? It's giving deceptive vibes to the investor. And when I say deceptive vibes, I mean you guys have not received it, but you're saying I have received it. Come on. Are we clear? Are we clear on that? Do you get it? That's one of the main criticism of this school of thought. That it's difficult because I'm going to collect this money in the next 10 days. It is cast in stone. I'm collecting this money in the next 10 days. Why should I now follow the law, follow the theory to the letter and say that I have not received this, and that increases my receivables and it also increases my bad debts? And you know that bad debts is a provision. It's not like you have actual bad debts, right? So, moving on, the second criticism is that there are situations where your own personal duties, there are situations when an individual's duties are in conflict with one another. For example, what should you do as a professional accountant when your principle of code of ethics conflicts with company's corporate code of ethics? Yes, you see, MM is talking from MM. What's that position again? Head of accounts payable. All these thief people. All these thief people. Now, we would really argue this out if we were in a financial reporting class or a corporate reporting class, right? But then this is an ethics class, right? So that's why we would not argue this out. But you get the entire concept is, do you get the idea behind that criticism? What they expect is that when you say that this is what is on your FS, don't be creative about it. Let it be accurate, let it be true, and let it be confirmed. Good. So two, there will be in situations like this, number two, where your professional code of ethics is conflicts with the company's code of corporate ethics. Guys, I told you already. You're lost. Okay, yeah, good. Abimbola. Where are you lost? Let's find you. Somebody with GPS, Google Map. Let's go. Where are you lost? What part? What part, Abimbola? Do you want to unmute and tell me where you lost? Oh, we didn't explain any ethics. We didn't explain ethics. We were talking about the criticisms of non-consequential theories. You know, we talked about the criticisms of consequential, right? So we're looking at the criticism. You know, non-consequential is saying right is right and wrong is wrong. We're not saying that, okay, what are the disadvantages of this theory of ethics? And the first disadvantage is that it's difficult to accept that a decision is morally right when the outcome is undesirable. Do you understand? That's difficult to accept. And the second one is that in some cases, your ethics might conflict with the company's code of ethics. Do you get it now? Are you back on track, Abimbola? Do you understand? If you tell me you understand, we can move on to the next one. All right, great. All right, guys. So I have explained consequential ethics. I've explained non-consequential ethics. This is my question, guys. Do you understand? If you understand, say we move. If you understand, please type we move. I need at least 4 we move so that we can move. Thank you. We move. All right. William, we move. Okay. I need 2 more moves. 2 more moves. Taylor, what's wrong with your network today? I don't understand. I need 2 more we move so that we move. That's the only way we can move. Minor, do you understand what we've talked about so far since you joined, though?
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, you figure it out. You will. Taylor, stop using Sapa network. Stop using Sapa. Buy good network. You're a baller. You're not a mechanic. Buy buy good network. But then, yeah, the network has been somehow for a while now. Abimbola, can we move? Abimbola, if you can move, type we move. Minor, please, Minor, sorry, don't be dismayed. Please, let's do this together. You get it eventually. Because obviously I'll definitely still recap for a bit. But please try to come to class early next week. Because those that were not in class last week, they got what I talked about last week because I did a quick recap. All right, so that takes us to the next one, situational ethics. Please note, first ethics is guys, type. What is the first ethical theory that we talked about today? First ethical theory we talked about today. Guys, come on. Let's do this. Our time is fast, and we have less than an hour. First ethical theory that we talked about today is what? Consequential, good. And what's the second one that we talked about? I like what Abimbola did today, though. Non-consequential. Abimbola joined with 2 gadgets. So that when village people start working on one, the second one will stay. And when they start working on the second one, the first one will come back. I like that. That's a good one, Abimbola. That's a good one. You need to do guiding. Ijava Jaws, you're always guiding against the village people. Thank you. I like that. And I like that William did the same thing too. When one, no grief for anybody this year. When one gadget is doing, I cannot miss. William brought the second one. And that's a good one. That's being resourceful. All right, so that takes us to the third theory. Now, this is less popular. This is less popular than the first two. This is situational ethics. Situational ethics. When you hear the word situational ethics, what is the root word, everybody? I need at least 4 comments. What's the root word in situational ethics, everybody? What's the root word in situational ethics? Situation. Situation. All right, now, situational ethics, as the name implies, is saying that right or wrong is based on the given situation. Right or wrong is based on the given situation. Now, everybody, please unmute. Everybody, please unmute, because I want to call you and ask you questions now based on situational ethics that we have not even talked about. Everybody, please unmute. Don't forget, I told you when we started that you should be vulnerable enough to make mistakes in my class. It's okay to make mistakes. All right, good. Please, everybody, please unmute. Please unmute. I want to ask questions, and I need everybody on mute because I'll call your name, and I need it's called quick fire questions, and I need you to answer immediately. And the questions I will ask you are questions that are specific to you. Please note, it does not mean that I mean that is who you are. Please, that's not what I'm saying. No. Abimbola, let me ask you a question. According to forget consequential, forget non-consequential. Abimbola Olashemi, let me ask you. According to situational ethics, somebody went to do work to collect money and pay for her mother's surgery. According to situational ethics, is it right or wrong?
It's right.
Thank you. Minor.
Yes, sir.
I'll ask you this question right now, straight up.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, good. Minor. Can you hear me, Minor? Good.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Forget consequential school of theory of ethics. Forget non-consequential theory of ethics. This is situational theory of ethics. You got information that this person is a mass murderer. This person is about to set a bomb in a mall or in an event center or in a stadium that has over 60,000 people. And you have a gun. Okay, somebody got information that this mass murderer is going to kill 60,000 people that are in the stadium watching Nigeria's match, whether Nigeria will win or lose. We know they will lose. But then the person is at the stadium. The person wants to blow the stadium. The person has reached the stadium to blow. The person just needs to press the button and the stadium would explode. And somebody else has a gun and the person shoots that mass murderer. According to situational ethics, the killer of that mass murderer, is the person right or wrong according to situational ethics?
Thing is wrong.
I did not say to you. I said to situational ethics.
To situational ethics.
Yes.
What I'm looking at, the situation. He's the murderer is at the football match center at the moment when he shot him.
Yes, the murderer wants to click on explode, and so that the entire stadium would explode and 70 people would die, including him. And then somebody has a gun, saw this information, caught the plot, and shot the mass murderer before it could kill 70,000 people. According to situational ethics, what that person did, the killer, is it right or wrong? According to situational ethics.
This is
right.
right. Yes.
Thank you. William Adeyinka, this is my question to you. So, hold on. Good. William Adeyinka, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, good. Somebody raped a girl, right? Somebody raped a young girl of 12 years old.
Why are you using a rape case for me, sir?
That's why I told you that I'm not using the example as it comes to mind, but that doesn't mean it is you or it relates to you, right? So you found out that they raped a 12-year-old girl, okay? Sorry, hold on. Good. So they raped a 12-year-old girl. Nobody, because, obviously the girl did not speak up, right? Please note, the girl is 12 years old, just 12. She did not speak up because probably there's no situation or the girl is unable to speak up or nobody cared and all of that. And then the girl found out that she's pregnant 2 months after, 12 years old. And the girl went to abort the pregnancy. Is she right or wrong? Situational ethics. 12 years old, she aborted the pregnancy. A rape pregnancy. Situational ethics. Is it right or wrong?
Well, she's right to abort the pregnancy because of her age.
Because of situational ethics. Thank you.
Yes.
Please mute yourself. Now, guys, note that all these things that we have accepted as right, in other theories of ethics, they might not be right. In non-consequential is saying don't kill. Abortion is killing. Shooting the mass murderer is killing. It is saying don't do hookup. You do hookup, it is Olosho that you are doing. Olosho business. You are not an accountant anymore. It is wrong. What is wrong is wrong, and what is right is right. Now, that is what this school of thought is saying. That's the subscription of this school of thought. However, situational ethics is a pure deviation from the concept of right or wrong. Situational ethics is saying that what is right is wrong, what is right, or vice versa, based on the situation. Do you get it? So in this case, there is no universal rule of morality. Every situation is unique. Every situation is unique. There's no rule is cast in stone. No concept is followed. Nothing. You cannot even determine any outcome. And the criticism, the issue people have with this concept of ethics is that, one, lack of consistency in decision, because I can lie to you now. You know the way women do now. They have situational ethics. Because ask them, what's your body count? All those type of questions. They say only 2, and we know that you're supposed to add like 2 zeros after the 2. But then situational ethics, you say only 2. Ladies can lie, but that's not what we're going to discuss today. Let's talk about. But you get the entire concept of situational ethics, right? There's a lack of consistency in decisions. The decision about what is right or wrong, nobody can really say that this is right or this is wrong. And as a result, we can say that situational ethics has no moral guidelines, and that is why it is not popular. That's why it is not popular. That's why we don't roll with it. That's why you will not overly hear people talk about it, because nobody should go with situational ethics. We should be, as an accountant, you should be based on the non-consequential theory of ethics. Not even consequential, non-consequential. What is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. And that's what it is. Are we clear on that? Good, everybody? Are we clear on that? Any question? Please write no question, or I have a question. Please write so that I'll move on to the next thing, because the next thing is this. And this is the last good, no question. Before I said no question, I didn't say no question. Any other person? No question. Thank you. Next. I need 2 more. Taylor, do you have a question on situational ethics or on anything we've talked about so far? And you to minor, at least minor, I know you entered in situational ethics. No question. Thank you. What about you, Taylor? Taylor, is your network okay now? Can you respond to that? No question. Good. Yes, it will be shared. It's recorded. It should be shared. So that takes us to ethical theories of relativism and absolutism. Now, let me ask you, when you hear relativism and you hear absolutism, what comes to mind, guys? What comes to mind? Association. Okay, that's a funny one, but okay, go on. I need other people, please. Thank you so much, Taylor. But I need other responses. When we hear relativism and absolutism, what comes to mind? Come on, guys. What comes to mind? Oh yeah, let's talk. Please, let's talk. Please. I beg you. I've not been begging since. I have pride before. Now there's no pride again. Our time is fast spent. Personal and non-personal. Okay. Good. I'm so happy that all of you are boldly saying rubbish. I am so happy. All of you are talking the rubbish. Well then, please note, it's just cap. It's just cap. Please go on. Guys, please keep typing what comes to mind. But I love the fact that they are talking rubbish. You guys have been saying correct things since. Like you guys are too perfect. Thank God. I'm happy you guys are human. Norms of society. Okay. Now, let me put you out of your misery. Because you people used to copy things. Because when I ask you questions, the thing is on the screen. You just read through. What is this guy talking about? What is he talking about? And you write the answer. Smart kid. Which now you see, I've been bothered not even say anything at all. Because the answer is not on the board. All right, so let me help you out. When you hear relativism and absolutism, now relativism is from the word relative, which is why somebody said family. Who is the association? Well done. Association community. Hosanna, welcome back. I guess your network was going a bit. But yeah, so when you hear the word relativism, it comes from the word relative, right? And relative is the opposite of constant. I believe we all understand that. Relative is the opposite of constant. And two is absolutism. Absolutism is from the root word like total, from the root word absolute, like total. And so now let's jump into these two concepts as theories of ethics. So one, absolutism. Now, the theory of absolutism is moral absolutism in actual sense. And it is saying that there are absolute standards. Now, please get that these are just deviations from, what's it called? Consequential and non-consequential. Absolutism is saying that there are absolute moral standards that we would use to judge everybody's actions. The person that killed somebody, the person that so this theory, absolutism theory, is by Plato, right? Who's a Greek philosopher. And this concept of absolutism is that what is good will always hold its value. What is good will always be good. Look at the last sentence. I said, for example, I gave you examples of things that they are always not accepted. Slavery, war, child abuse, the death penalty, they are all morally wrong standpoints, right? But let me ask you a question. Israel and Palestine, guess what? The person in Israel is saying that their war is justified. The person in Palestine is saying that the war is justified. But then for people that are under the absolutism school of, we are saying that war is what? Not justifiable. Child abuse, children hawking, things like that. Now, I as a person, I don't know about you people, but I have, you are rich kids. I have hawked before. I have said gala before on the streets of Lagos. You get? I have sold gala. Like I can run. Now, at the time when I sold gala, that I used to hawk gala, yeah, at the time when I used to do these things, there was the concept of child abuse was loosely around, but then it is not an actual thing, if you get what I'm saying. Like some of you would understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Gen Z. So Abimbola, Abimbola, please unmute. Guys, please unmute. Let's even know what our demographic is like. Abimbola, are you a Gen Z?
No, I'm not. I'm not a Gen Z.
You're not a Gen Z. So you're a millennial. You're in the 1990s.
Yes, I am.
Abi, you're 1980.
No, I'm the last 1990.
Oh, you are the last 1990. Okay.
No, sorry, 1980s.
You are the last 1980s. Okay, so we can push you into millennials. And what about you, MM? Are you a millennial? Are you a millennial or Gen? I don't think we have any Gen Z here. Is there any Gen Z here? Is there anybody here that is born after year 2000? Good. I hope not. Not like I have anything against Gen Zs, but then they won't understand some things. Like Gen Z, I'm sure that Gen Z have never heard ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na. You know that Nokia ringtone that time? Gen Z have never heard stuff like that. So you can't blame them. So the concept of hawking, selling gala on the streets will be new to some Gen Zs, right? But at the time when I did that, it really wasn't an issue. To everybody, it is just me helping out my mom. But if you put gala on your child's head now to start hawking, they will ask you that when you know that you cannot take care of this child, why did you give birth to the child in the first place? These are concepts under the term of absolutism that as an individual, what is good is always good. That standpoint is absolute. That's the concept of absolutism. That standpoint is what? Absolute, wavering, non-shaking. It is cast in stone. What is good is good. Whatever you do as a human, as a separate being, we are judging it against the terms good or bad. There is nothing in between. Are we clear on that, please? That is absolutism. Nothing in between. But when you move to the direct opposite, relativism it totally objects to the absolutist view. It objects the absolutist view, and it is saying that morality is relative to ethical norms, to what people accept. It is relative. And in a way, so let me ask you a question. I need people that I've never heard before. I've not heard. Okay, mine, I've not really heard you. So, Mina, can you unmute? Let me unmute Adeyinka as well. Adeyinka, please unmute. And okay, MM can't unmute. I don't even want Abimbola. I don't want Abimbola. Mina, William, and let me have one lady to balance it out. Let's go with Ozana. Abimbola, yes, Wahala. Ozana, can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
Oh, right. Great. So we're talking about relativism. But guys, three of you, do you understand absolutism? Just to be sure.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. What about you, Mina? Do you understand absolutism?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, relativism. Please note, relativism is saying that morality is relative to what is acceptable in the society at that time. Now, let me ask you. Give me an example. Give me an example of things that are acceptable in some societies that are not acceptable in others. Just think. Once it comes to mind, you can just stop.
Corporal punishment to your kids.
Okay, explain. Okay, corporal punishment to kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like a child abroad now will tell his mom, "Shut up, mom, shut up." But if you tell my own mother, "Shut up," yeah, Beji. Like, oh my God. Mina, let me ask you, what will happen if your child tells you to shut up? Shut up, Dad. I'm not doing the dishes, Dad. Go do it yourself.
You beg him, or you go and do it yourself?
Say Mina, what did you say will happen to that child?
Nothing will happen to that child.
Oh, your child can say, "Shut up, Dad. I'm not doing the dishes."
Yes, nothing you can do about that.
Sir, anyway, you say what?
Here in Nigeria, I'm sure the child might not be recognized by his friends, but abroad, there's nothing the parent can do.
It is slap that will come.
I am going to reset your head. See, that's slap will be as when they die 737.
With slaps.
Ozana, tell me, Ozana, think about it, yeah? Give me an example of relativism. Give me relativism examples that comes to mind. things that are acceptable in one society but not acceptable in another. Hosanna.
Things that are acceptable in one society are not acceptable in another.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really think of something right now.
Okay, now apart from society, you can also consider time. Like things that it is not acceptable like 30, 50 years ago, but now it's the norm.
Let me use the time.
Okay.
Before, we all know that doing house chores is the job of a lady. But now it's not acceptable.
Hosanna, all these are feminist this thing.
No, now is everybody's duty.
So there are no longer gender-based roles in the house, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Thank you for that. That's a good one. Hosanna, you were born in what year? What year category? 1990s, 1980s?
In the 80s.
In the 80s. Oh, okay, good. What about you, William? Give me one example.
In some societies, I think I don't know, maybe Indians, it's the men that goes to the market to get food items, and the wife stays at home and work. So it's the wife that provides. I don't know, maybe I read it somewhere like that.
Nice. Thank you guys so much. Guys, please, for those of you that are not mute now, they are muting later for my next question. Now, thank you. So Hosanna and William, you can mute yourself now. And let me give you examples. There was a time when killing of twins was the thing in Nigeria, right? At that time, please note, it is now that you are saying that killing twins, yes, ladies are more responsible now. It is now that you can say that killing of twins is wrong. People that were existing in that era, to them, I'm using this to explain the concept of relativism. To them, there's nothing wrong with it. Until Mary Slessor came and scattered everywhere. You know, that's the thing with Oyinbo people. They came, they scattered everywhere. They did not agree for anybody. And eventually, what happened? Our eyes were now opened. Another thing with relativism, there was a time when ladies, you know, and let me unmute somebody. Abimbola, yes, let me unmute Abimbola. Abimbola is a Yoruba girl, so she might relate with what I'm about to say. Abimbola, can you unmute, please? Thank you. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Good. Back then, your mom, Abimbola, your mom had underskirts that time, yes or no?
Yeah, true. Yes.
They might not even wear tight, but then you always wear. Will your mom go anywhere without wearing underskirt? Even if the skirt has linen, inner lining,
or lace under,
or even if it has lace under, she will still wear underskirt, yes or no?
Of course, she will.
Why? Because she believes that there's something to cover.
Yeah.
Abimbola, have you ever worn underskirts before in your life?
No. No.
Do we get the entire concept of relativism now? What was now? Does that mean that now you want ladies want to be opening their hands everywhere? No, that's not what it means. But then, what is acceptable in one time might not be acceptable in another. So it is difficult to say that we need to apply absolutism across board, because things change with respect to time, with respect to society and place. Do we get it? There are some years ago, any lady that puts on trousers is she's not seen as a lady. She's seen as a person that wants to do that is, she's seen as a wayward person, really. That's the entire sense of it. Right? But now, almost every now the question they even ask ladies now is, how many skirts do you have? Do you understand? Back then, it's wrong for a lady to wear. It's not it is not environmentally accepted for ladies to put on trousers. But now it's about how many skirts do the ladies even have. Are we clear on that? And so the entire concept of relativism is so wide that now we now have to start diving into other aspects of ethical relativism. And one is descriptive relativism. Descriptive is what we just talked about, that there is no absolute, no universal rule about what's right, about what's right or wrong. That's descriptive. Don't forget descriptive from original descriptive. Descriptive doesn't take a stand on what's right or wrong. It just says that, okay, let's understand, let's see. Okay, this is what these people are saying is right, and this is what these people are saying is wrong. But when you go to number 2, normative ethical relativism, guys, I need you to follow this. Normative ethical relativism is saying that the beliefs of moral values within a culture is right within that culture. Are we clear on that? Moral values in a culture is right within that culture. It is impossible to judge the value of another culture externally or objectively. Moral values of a culture can only be judged from within the culture. Please give me an example of one thing that is right in one culture but wrong in another culture. Guys, you know that in one culture, they eat dogs. And in some other cultures, they don't. Some cultures eat pigs. Some don't. And Minor, please unmute.
Okay.
Minor, do you eat pigs?
No, I don't.
Have you ever tasted pig before?
No, I've never.
No, Abimbola, have you eaten a pig? Have you tasted pig before?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Now, to you, it's not right because it is not. There's nothing wrong with it in this culture, in the culture where you're from. But to Minor, it is. Drinking of alcohol is not allowed in the north. Thank you so much, MM. And Minor, you're in the north, right? Is this correct?
Yes,
you guys
I'm
don't
in the
drink. You guys don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
So how do you deal with life? I don't understand.
Naturally.
I mean, but stop. See, you guys need to stop looking at me as if I am a god. As if I'm not going to make a move. I am going to make. I'm going to make it. I don't understand. Like, how do you deal with life? With all this robodion up and down. All right. Now, that's normative ethical relativism. It is what is right in one culture is not okay in another culture. Do you get it? Like, you remember back then, that time, all the people abroad, they wear trousers. But the people here, they do not used to wear trousers. It is now that they now start wearing trousers. There is even a culture. I made that example. I think I made the example first class or maybe last diet. There's Adenka on mute, please. Adenka, please on mute, William.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Yeah.
Now, Adenka, tell me something. In a culture where, I think I made the example last class. In a culture where when you go to visit the person, and the person and your guest is staying over, you can allow your wife, you can use your wife as a visitor team for the visitor. And then you as a person, I am sure you like visiting them in that place and you always want to stay over. Now, for you, I think, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Inside your mind, you are feeling like, man, make this thing just stay. I think, where are you based? Are you based in
Lagos? Yeah.
Okay. For you, is it doable for you? Can you even fathom it?
No.
Exactly.
No.
But to people in another place, so you know that there is even some places that let me not expose other people's culture too much. But the fact is, what is obtainable in one culture might not be obtainable in another. So you as an individual, you cannot judge the concept of right or wrong as an external party. Do we get it? So normative ethical relativism is saying that whatever is right, values within a culture is right within that culture. And it takes us to the next one, religious moral relativism. And this is, it maintains that morality is determined and dependent on standpoints. However, it recognizes that no single religion is universal or exclusively true. And we all know that. No religion is universal or exclusively true. That's the concept that this goes with, religious moral relativism. And it is pretty much saying that there are things that are obtainable in Buddhism that is not obtainable in Judaism. Are we getting it? There are things that are obtainable to Christians that are not obtainable to Muslims. Are we clear on that? Good. So the next one is historical relativism. Now, guys, please, I need you to note, for exam purposes, it is these things that they ask. They ask these questions. Remember, I told you that they would not tell you to define teleological and deontological. But the likes of situational ethics, the less popular ones, situational ethics, absolutism, relativism, descriptive, all these terms, they can tell you to define it. Can be in your question number 7, question number 7B. You just list it, give it 3 points, and give you 5 there. 3 points, 3 times 5, 15. Free of charge, you don't chop and like cake. You get my point here? So let's note these things. Historical relativism is another example of normative ethical relativism, and it provides context for ethical views to vary over periods. For example, elimination of suspected witches. Yeah, that's in what's it called? That's in New Orleans in the United States. They used to eliminate witches. They kill witches that time. And trend will move in opposite direction, liberalization of clothing. Yeah, I said something about clothing fashion and the changes of women roles in the society. Before now, all that is expected, it's not just changing of women roles. Before now, yeah, all that is expected of a man is to protect, provide, and lead. As a man, you're expected to protect your family, you provide for your family, and you lead your family. But now, forget it. As a man, you're expected to be everything. Gynecologist, therapist, massage therapist, OBGYN, you're expected to be the mechanic, you're expected to be the houseboy, you're expected to be the bestie, gist partner. Thank you, stylist. You go lose hair, tire. Oh my God, I don't move for this life. Oh, chai, I lose hair. But then let's leave that. That's a topic for another day. But no. I have lose hair in this life. Guys, you need oh my God. The hair that is most difficult to lose is all this natural hair. All this, I have natural hair. I have natural men have suffered though. Men, God will vindicate us. God will fight for us. God will fight for us. And if you don't do these things, they say you are emotionally unavailable. Like, what does that even mean? Ladies can be really, really problematic. They say you are emotionally unavailable. Like, wait, what? Usually, a man's responsibility is just protecting, providing, and leading. And that's all. But now, it's not like that. And I also like the fact that women's roles in the society now changes. Women now go to work. They don't just sit down and wait for us to give them money, even though they still ask us for money. But then they now go to work, and sometimes I think that this whole changing role thing is somehow, because I heard a lady once say something that I would never ask my boyfriend for small things, because that's why I work. I work to do small things like recharge my phone, pay my bills, stuff like that. But then when you need hair, all those 250K hair, that's call your boyfriend up. Babe, I want to buy hair. I have 100K. I need 150K. That's what boyfriend is for. I said that's how they build your children, because historical relativism. Men have suffered. But then, yeah, the changes in trend for um clothing, fashion brands, the people are now more expressive with their clothes and all of that. So think about it. In the time of Jesus, Muhammad, and even Gandhi and all that, everybody was wearing gown, robes, and all of that. But now everybody's on jeans and the like. So yeah, relativism. These all these things that we've discussed are under relativism. And yeah, look at this last sentence. I intentionally added this here. Relativism accepts that ethical behavior cannot be judged objectively. What is right and what is wrong can also vary according to circumstances. That is the concept of relativism. Look at it here. That's the concept of relativism, but it's moral relativism. And it's the direct opposite of absolutism. Absolutism is really easy. It is absolute. That's why I did not overly explain. But then I hope we get the gist of relativism. Now that takes us to ethical subjectivism, which is the last one. Ethical subjectivism. Please hold on. Hello, boss. All right. Sorry guys, I'm back. I had to take a call. Hi Somhi. I think we have a new student in class. All these names now. Wow. You sure for me say now babe. Is a lady. This is a lady. Now only ladies with type name like this. Yeah, Somhi, good morning. How are you doing today? Can you unmute so we can hear your voice? Somhi.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
I said a lady. Now women. Wait, let me guess. This Somhi now. Your name is Chisom, Abi?
No,
Okay, what does Somhi mean? No?
Somto.
Somto. Why you not just feel right Somto, for God's sake?
Cause I didn't know. I normally my Zoom name is Somto Sandra. I didn't even know it was showing Somi because I just updated it.
Oh, okay. It's not just Somhi. It also has love emoji in front.
Okay, let me do that because I just updated it. Usually my name is Somto Sandra. That's my
Okay, all right. Thank you. Welcome to class. This is Corporate Strategic Management and Ethics, the class where if you are not here, you are wrong. All right, please try as much as possible to always join with your it's preferable to join with your laptop and join with your full name, right? And that way we can address you properly, or even if it's just your first name, but that way we can address you properly. You came to class late and we have gone far a bit, but the class recordings should be shared with you, and yeah, you should be able to catch up in no time. However, this is one class where you have to be really vocal. You have to say what you think. This is not reporting class. It's not all these financial strategy classes. This is a gist class. It's just pure vibes and bismillah. All right. So somebody tell me, where are you joining from? And is this your first attempt at CSME and ICANN? The floor is yours.
Okay, when you say where am I joining from, like where do I stay?
Yeah, your location. No, you don't need to give us your home address, BVN, all those things. No.
Oh,
Just
okay.
uh-huh.
So I'm joining from Osapa, and yeah, this is my first attempt in writing CSME.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is this your first attempt at ICANN too, or you've
No, not my first attempt. I wrote last diet, so I like splitted the courses. So this year I'm writing this one and 2 other courses.
Okay, all right, good. How's your result last diet? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was fine.
All right, good. I'm good. I'm happy for you. All right, so yeah, we're in CSME class, and I'm one of your lecturers. You have 3 lecturers, right? And currently we're on ethical theories. Don't worry, this is the second class, so you've not missed a lot. right. So, guys, ethical subjectivism, yeah? And ethical subjectivism, I said, is a meta-ethical approach to morality. I hope you remember what we talked about meta-ethics. I remember that I told you that meta-ethics is the inquiry into the analytic inquiry into the status and the foundation of ethics. And I told you that meta-ethics asks the question, why? It asks the question, why? That's the code of meta-ethics. It asks the question, why? All right. So with that, the brush-up I just gave you, now you should understand ethical subjectivism now. It is a meta-ethical approach to morality. And it is the view that right or wrong in any situation is dependent on what people think about it. Now let me help you put things into perspective now. Yeah? Do you remember the definition of money? What is money? Money is anything that is generally acceptable as a legal tender or as a means of settling debt and exchange of value. That's the acceptable definition of money. But what I want to point out in that definition is money is called money as long as people accept that it is money. If it is not accepted that it's money, it is just paper. Do we get that context? Do we understand? If you understand, say yes, I understand. Write it in the comments. Say yes, I understand. Money is so, and that is the same concept that applies to ethical subjectivism. Guys, I'm not saying yes, I understand in the comments. So I'm looking at the comments here. If you don't understand, I can go over it again. Good. Thank you, Adenka. All right. Now, ethical subjectivism is saying that if a society says that this is right, then it is right. If a society says that this is wrong, then it is wrong. Now, guys, let me just do a quick brush up for you. The theories of ethics that we talked about today, we started with consequential ethics, also known as teleological ethics, right? And we said that it is a result-based type of ethics that has standards for right or wrong based on the outcome. And we are saying that, so in consequential ethics, we are saying as a lady, you can do hookup as long as the money that you are getting from that hookup is what you want to use to do surgery for your mother. Consequential ethics is saying that the outcome, the end justifies the means. The end justifies the means. That's consequential ethics. In consequential ethics, you can kill a person that is about to bomb a state, that is about to make a stadium explode and kill over 70,000 people. You are going for the lesser evil. Why? Because of the outcome. Consequential ethics. Let me take the page there. We have 7 more minutes, so I want to try to run through this in 2 minutes. And that's consequential ethics. And consequential ethics is divided into a lot of other branches. But the key ones that the syllabus is based on is utilitarianism. And utilitarianism, from the definition of utility in economics, is saying that the action that would yield the action that has the favorable results for the highest number of people is the right action. The action it says that the morally correct decision is the one that produces the best possible outcome for people. The aim is to maximize well-being or utility. And in this case, we said that if you have a 10 million grant for a hospital and you are supposed to either treat one person that has a rare medical condition but critical, or treat 5 people that have critical condition, and the 10 million can only do 5 people or 1 person. It can't do both. In utilitarianism, you go for the 5 people. But in ethical egoism, you are acting in your own best interest. You are doing what is favorable to you as a person. Everybody is acting in their best interest. It's called to your tent, O Israel. You are acting in your best interest. And in this case, you are not considering the maximum satisfaction or well-being. What you are considering is your own satisfaction. And remember that I made an example of under utilitarianism. I said if you are in love with a person and the person can fund your lifestyle, can take care of your family, take all of you out of poverty and all of that, and you don't love the person, because of utilitarianism, you will marry the person. But because of ethical egoism, what you want, you will definitely not marry the person. And I used it to balance the profit motive in the business world, that people use the teleological ethical theory to rationalize cutting costs, to rationalize downsizing, and to rationalize doing business with countries that have dubious political system. And we also talked about the criticisms of the theory. And that took us to the next theory of ethics, that is non-consequential ethics. And this non-consequential ethics is more like the absolutist view. And it's saying that what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Forget about the outcome. Forget about the outcome. What is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Because another one for non-consequential theory of ethics is called deontological theory of ethics. And deontological is from the Greek word dion. Dion means what? Duty. It is not saving, it is not raising Dion. I think that watching on Netflix. So Dion means what? Duty in Greek. And it is a duty-based approach. Teleological is a results-based approach. Deontological is a duty-based approach. And it says that what is good, what is bad, regardless. Look at the actions are inherently good or bad, regardless of their consequences. Hookup is bad. Siphoning funds is bad. Do we get it? Let me give you an example. Let me ask a question. Okay, let me get through this. I'll ask a question. Now, everybody get ready to mute, because once I get through this, everybody, you're all unmuting. Get ready to unmute, rather. You're all unmuting, and I need your opinion on something. So yeah, the approach says that always do the right thing because it is right, don't do the wrong thing because it is wrong. We talk about ethics of duties, the rights and justice, things like that. And we talk about situational ethics, that is pretty much about saying that what is right or wrong is based on the situation. What is right or wrong is based on the situation, and that one has serious criticisms. And then we talked about absolutism, relativism, and ethical subjectivism, where absolutism is absolute. What is right, nothing changing, nothing moving. And relativism, what is right or wrong, is based on the society and time. What is right or wrong in relativism is based on the society and time. And ethical subjectivism is saying that if a society thinks that this is right, then it is right. And if the society thinks it is wrong, then it is wrong. Now I have a question that will take us to this that we'll talk about next week, stages of moral development. Now we are moving out of the theories, we're moving to the stages of moral development. I have a question. Everybody, please unmute. Please unmute, everybody. Please unmute. I need at least 5 people unmuted. Sandra, can you unmute? Taylor, please unmute. Abimbola, please unmute. Let's take this together. Okay, first of all, before I ask the question, guys, so far so good. Do you understand? Besides those that joined halfway or at the end, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Now I want to ask, please, guys, do you guys have a timetable? When is this class supposed to end?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Oh, okay. So I probably will not be able to take that example anymore. Oh, okay. So somebody came up with the drug. Somebody came up with the drug to cure a serious sickness that nobody, say diarrhea or diabetes. Yeah, let's go with diabetes, right? Somebody came up with a cure for diabetes. And a patient's husband or wife needs the drug, but it is too expensive. And that patient broke into the person's hospital and the person stole the drug. Guys, we now caught the person. We caught the person at the end of the day. This is the question. What should be done to the person? Is it right? Is it justifiable? Is it wrong? What can be done to the person? Should the person face the what's it called? Should the person dance to the tune of the law? Or do we hi Uzani Fiza? We have another new person. Ah, God. And the class my man, the class has ended. It's supposed to end now. But guys, you heard the question. Please, I beg you. The class starts by 8:30. I beg you all. I'm always here before 8:30. Please and please and please, next class, let's try to be early. So please, before we leave, I want to believe that we are all on the WhatsApp group. Is there anybody here that is not on the WhatsApp group? Great. So since we're all on the WhatsApp group, you will share the recording, and we'll also share the document with you so that you'll be able to catch up and get it. So thank you guys. That's all we can take. I would have really loved to have you guys answer. Yeah, we have a CSME WhatsApp group. We have a CSME WhatsApp group. All right, but guys, please, for those of you that are not on the WhatsApp group, please reach out to the admin. The admin will add you to the group. The admin will add you to the group. So thank you guys, everybody. In 1 or 2 minutes, max 2 minutes, let us, you know the way we do now, the way we do. From last class to, we did it last class, and we'll always be at the end of all my classes. Please type in the comments one thing. What do you think about today's class? If it's boring, write boring. If it's annoying, write annoying. If it's nice, write nice. If it's awesome, write awesome. Just write something. Let's get your input. Let's get your thoughts on this class in the comments, guys. Please mute yourself. I'll just speak from here. All right, please write what are your thoughts on today's class? Write in the comments. Uzana really enjoyed the class. Adenka said it's interesting. Good. Let's have 2 more so we can end the class and move on. I'm a firm believer in feedback, though. MM says it's impactful. I'm a firm believer in feedback. That's why I always do this at the end of every class.